Have you ever wondered about the history of exorcism? This ritual, both revered and feared, has roots that delve deep into the past, winding their way through the annals of human history. The concept of exorcism, the act of expelling evil spirits from a person or place believed to be possessed, is as old as the belief in the spirit world itself. Our journey takes us back to some of the earliest civilizations known to man, the Sumerians and the Egyptians. These ancient cultures fostered a belief in the existence of malevolent spirits and supernatural entities capable of possessing individuals. They devised rituals to combat these dark forces, marking the birth of exorcism as we understand it today. In the cradle of civilization, Sumerians etched their fears and solutions onto clay tablets, crafting the earliest known exorcism rituals. They believed that all diseases, mental and physical, were caused by these evil spirits. To counteract this, they employed a mixture of prayers, enchantments, and amulets to cast out the spirits and heal the afflicted. Moving over to the land of the pharaohs, the Egyptians shared a similar belief system. Their approach to exorcism, however, was slightly different. They placed a greater emphasis on the use of magical spells and incantations, often inscribed on papyrus or etched onto statues. These were thought to have the power to banish the possessing spirits, restoring harmony and balance to the individual. These ancient rituals are the foundation of what we now know as exorcism. They represent humanity's early attempts to understand and conquer the unseen, the supernatural, the realms beyond our understanding. An intricate blend of faith, fear, and the need to explain the unexplainable gave birth to these practices. So, exorcism has indeed a deep-rooted history, tracing back to the earliest civilizations. As we delve deeper into this fascinating subject, we'll discover how exorcism has evolved and adapted, becoming a complex and multifaceted practice that continues to captivate and terrify us to this day. Exorcism is not exclusive to one religion, but a common practice across many. Now let's delve into the fascinating world of exorcism as it plays out in major religions like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. In Christianity, exorcism has its roots in the New Testament, where Jesus himself is depicted casting out demons from the possessed. This has greatly influenced Christianity's approach to exorcism. The Roman Catholic Church, for instance, has a specific ritual called Rituale Romanum, established in the 17th century and updated in the 20th, which is carried out by an ordained priest. The ritual involves prayers, blessings, and invocations using the holy name of Jesus. Next, let's talk about Judaism. Here, exorcism is less formalized, but the practice exists nonetheless. The Jewish tradition includes references to dibuk, a malicious possessing spirit believed to be the dislocated soul of a dead person. Exorcisms in this context are intended to heal the possessed person, often involving a rabbi who uses a shofar, a musical instrument made from a ram's horn, to drive the dibuk away. Now on to Islam, where exorcism is known as ruqya. This practice involves reciting verses from the Quran, specific supplications, and blowing or wiping over the person believed to be possessed. The goal is the same, to expel the evil jinn, unseen creatures made of smokeless fire, according to Islamic belief. It's important to note that while these practices may seem vastly different, they are based on the same underlying belief, the existence of malevolent spirits that can inhabit and harm humans. And each religion has developed its unique response, its own rituals and prayers, to combat these malevolent spirits. Regardless of the religion, the ultimate goal remains the same, to rid the possessed of the evil spirit. Whether through the solemn Latin prayers of a Catholic priest, the resonating sound of a rabbi's shofar, or the soothing verses of the Quran recited by an Islamic healer, exorcism serves as a testament to humanity's enduring belief in the spiritual realm and our ability to combat its darker elements. The Dark Ages brought about a significant change in the perspective towards exorcism, a period often associated with fear, superstition, and a lack of enlightenment. The Dark Ages saw a shift in the understanding and practice of exorcism. As the light of knowledge dimmed, the shadows of fear and ignorance grew longer, leading to some of the darkest chapters in the history of exorcism. During this time, exorcism became closely associated with witchcraft and heresy. The Church, struggling to maintain its authority and control, began to see exorcism not as a means to heal, but as a tool to punish and suppress those deemed heretical or unorthodox. This stark shift led to a surge in accusations of witchcraft, often targeted towards the most vulnerable members of society: women, the elderly, and the poor. One of the darkest stains on this period is the infamous witch trials. These trials, fueled by fear and superstition, often involved exorcism as a form of interrogation and punishment. The accused were subjected to brutal exorcisms, often leading to severe physical and psychological trauma. The church argued that these exorcisms were necessary to rid the accused of demonic possession. However, many historians believe that these practices were more about maintaining control and quelling dissent than about genuine beliefs in demonic possession. The role of exorcism during the witch trials cannot be understated. It was used as a tool of fear and control, a means to enforce conformity and suppress any form of dissent. The accused were not seen as individuals in need of help, but as threats to be neutralized. This marked a significant departure from earlier perspectives that viewed exorcism as a form of healing and spiritual liberation. The Dark Ages took the practice of exorcism and twisted it into a weapon of fear and oppression. It was a time when fear overrode compassion and power overrode understanding. The church, which once used exorcism to heal, now used it to harm and control. The Dark Ages indeed cast a shadow over the practice of exorcism. A shadow that, for many, still lingers today. A reminder of a time when fear and ignorance ruled and the promise of enlightenment seemed a distant dream. Fast forward to the present, exorcism has taken a different form. The hallowed halls of antiquity and the darkened corridors of the Middle Ages have given way to a modern world, where exorcism practices have evolved, adapting to the rhythm of contemporary society. Across the globe, exorcism continues to be practiced in various forms. In the Catholic Church, the training of exorcists remains a serious matter. Aspiring exorcists are taught the rites, rituals, and responsibilities associated with this sacred role. They learn to discern between mental health issues and genuine instances of demonic possession, a skill that requires a deep understanding of both theology and psychology. But the Catholic Church is not the only place where exorcism persists. From the charismatic Christian churches of Africa to the shamanic traditions of Asia, exorcism is practiced in diverse ways, each with its unique set of rituals and beliefs. Yet in this age of reason and science, skepticism around exorcism is not uncommon. Critics argue that exorcism preys on the vulnerable, attributing mental health disorders to demonic possession and promoting harmful practices. They point to the lack of scientific evidence supporting the existence of demonic possession, calling for a more rational approach to addressing the issues that exorcism claims to solve. Despite these criticisms, there have been some high-profile exorcism cases in the modern era that have captured public attention. Cases like Anneliese Michel in Germany and the Ammons, haunting in Indiana, USA, have been widely reported, debated, and even adapted into popular horror films. These cases, while controversial, highlight the enduring belief in the power of exorcism. The ongoing debate between faith and skepticism reflects the complexity of exorcism in the modern world. It's a practice that is both revered and reviled, a testament to the enduring power of belief and the human desire to understand the unknown. Despite skepticism, exorcism continues to be a part of our society. It's a fascinating facet of our collective cultural consciousness, a chilling reminder of our primal fears, and a testament to the enduring power of faith in the face of the unknown. Exorcism has indeed evolved over the centuries. The practice, once deeply rooted in ancient civilizations, has transformed, adapted, and endured through the ages. This evolution has been undeniably influenced by various factors, including cultural shifts, religious reforms, and notably, the advent of pop culture. Let's take a journey back to the earliest origins of exorcism, where it was seen as a ritual to cast out evil entities believed to have taken over a person's body and soul. From the ancient Egyptians and Babylonians to the early Christian church, exorcism was a deeply ingrained practice. It was a spiritual battle, a struggle between the divine and the demonic. As we progressed through the centuries, the practice of exorcism did as well. The Dark Ages saw a surge in exorcisms, often associated with the fear and superstition that pervaded society during this tumultuous period. However, the Enlightenment brought about skepticism and a shift towards scientific explanation, leading to a decline in exorcisms. In modern times, exorcism practices have varied widely. Some religious institutions still perform traditional rites, while others have moved towards psychological and medical approaches, viewing possession as a metaphor for mental illness. Now let's discuss a significant player in the evolution of exorcism: pop culture. Movies like The Exorcist have had a profound impact on our understanding of this practice. These films, with their dramatic portrayals of exorcism, have both terrified and fascinated audiences worldwide, shaping public perception and bringing the practice into mainstream consciousness. While these cinematic depictions often sensationalize and dramatize exorcisms, they have undeniably contributed to the practice's endurance and continued relevance. They've helped to keep the concept of exorcism alive, even as societal norms and beliefs have shifted. So where does this leave us? Well, exorcism, in its many forms, continues to captivate us. It's a practice that has evolved with us, adapting to changes in society, religion, and culture. Exorcism, whether you believe it or not, has been a part of human history and continues to intrigue us to this day.